Hey guys, I'm John from Perfect Vocals Academy. This next video is going to be about how to tune vocals fast with Melodyne 5. There's a few tips and tricks that can really speed up your workflow. Before we get into this video, hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Hey guys, this is John at Perfect Vocals Academy. I want to show you how to tune vocals fast with Melodyne 5. There's a few tricks I like to do. This first one, let's just jump right into it. So here's a vocal I want to Melodyne.
Yeah, God damn, your body calling sounding heavenly.
Something I found out not too long ago was you do not have to play it back in real time when scanning into Melodyne. So check it out. I open Melodyne, I put it as my first plugin, okay? Do not Melodyne after compression, other things. Why? Because the way Melodyne is it's scanning the audio how it is. So if it's compressed and stuff, you're basically committing to that compression. Where like later, if you want to change something with the tuning, you don't want to tune the process signal. It's really a nightmare. Don't do that. So put it first in the chain. All you have to do is hit transfer, and this is with Pro Tools. I think with Logic, this trick I'm showing you is pretty much like old news, because I guess there's ARA, which is like a feature to where it just automatically scans into Melodyne just with a click of a button. But with Pro Tools, they do not have ARA yet for some reason. So, but there is a workaround. So if you just put that up, put the Melodyne up like this, and then go over and control click or right click that track, go to commit. And what you want to do, make sure, I mean, none of this really matters, and you'll see why in a second, but you do want to change that to do nothing. So that what this means is after it commits this track, it's not going to make this track inactive, which is what we want. So we're going to hit OK. And the important step was hit transfer first. So it's armed. We armed the transfer. You have to do that. Hit OK. Okay, it's not as fast as a click of a button, unfortunately, but way faster than just hitting play and having the vocal scan in there. And the cool thing about this too is you could do this to multiple tracks all at once. So say you have 4 or 5 or 6 vocal layers, you could put Melodyne on each track, click transfer on each track, commit all 6 of them, and when it's committing, it's also scanning into Melodyne. So now what we want to do is we do not want, let me show you, we do not want this new committed track. We don't need it. So just hit Command Z, and even though we Command Z, you know, we undoed, it still stays in Melodyne. See, all the info's there. So that's the trick. So that's going to save you a lot of time, especially with multiple vocal layers. If you're hitting play and having the vocal just transfer in that way, sitting there waiting. I mean, there used to be times that'd just be when I'd like go on my phone, check my email, go on social media, but like that kind of kills your workflow in a sense. So what I like to do now is this method, and it goes really quick, and I don't have to take breaks. I could just keep going. Perfect Vocals Academy presents the Vocal Mixing Masterclass. Do you want to become a profitable audio engineer? This course includes a PVA sound treatment ebook, 15 in-depth videos, as well as worksheets for each video. Bonus video, how to profit as an up-and-coming audio engineer, and a bonus Pro Tools template using Waves plugins is also included. Okay, let's get into some other tricks that can speed up your workflow in Melodyne. Melodyne, as you know, can be very tedious, very surgical. Unlike Autotune in graphic mode, you can just highlight over a note and it automatically tunes it to that note. Melodyne's set up completely different, and it's good and bad. So it's good because it makes it to where you have the full control over everything. And you can just chop up blobs and move stuff. But the bad part is exactly that. You have to manually do everything. So
Yeah. God damn your body calling.
but there are some cool little workarounds. So
God damn your body calling sounding.
all right, now Melodyne doesn't always get the key right. Don't ask me why, but so you want to double check that key. Auto key with Autotune sometimes does okay, but it's even got it wrong before. But I like to just use a keyboard app, so I'm just gonna.
God damn your body calling sounding heavenly. I'ma be there, don't you worry, wait in bed for me. Got your body dripping wetter than the 7 seas. Hit it so good, I'ma make sure you remember me.
So okay, so it's C sharp minor, not F minor. So see, it was wrong. So C sharp minor. So you want to make sure you have the key right. And the reason why is because if you're going to do these little workaround tricks I'm going to show you, it's got to be set right. So definitely make sure you know what the key is.
God damn your body calling sounding.
Okay, now I believe this one was tuned already, but what I'm going to do is take it all off a little bit. Just to show you.
God damn your body calling sounding heavenly.
Okay. So you want to get a good zoom setting. This is going to help you because if you're zoomed in like this, that can be hard. If you're zoomed in like that, sometimes that can be hard. There's a time and place for everything. Sometimes you're going to want that crazy zoom. But to start off, I like to just have it where it's comfortable. So that looks good.
God damn your body calling sounding.
Okay, so I'm going to move these off a little bit more. So
God damn your body calling sounding heavenly.
okay, just to give you a better idea. So say that is the way it was sang right there. So you can highlight over a line. I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm about to do like to a whole like section, but section by section, you can just highlight over a whole line like this and then just double click.
God damn your body calling sounding heavenly.
But those two notes were off, so you can just highlight those, bring those down.
God damn your body calling sounding heavenly. I'ma beat it.
So pretty quick, better than chopping, because you can get in there with Melodyne and just chop things, move things, which is definitely necessary sometimes. We'll get to that, but this is a good place to start.
God damn your body calling sounding heavenly. I'ma beat it, don't you beat it.
Get these off a little more.
I'ma beat it, don't you worry, wait in bed for me.
Okay. See, locks it right in place.
I'ma beat it, don't you worry, wait in bed for me. Got your body dripping wetter than the 7 seas. Got your body dripping wetter than the 7 seas.
Okay, so that's off.
Got your body dripping wetter than the 7 seas. Hit it.
So this is the quick way. Now, obviously, if somebody's further off than this, it's probably going to be taking it to the wrong note. But you should be able to just hear that and adjust it like I did previously.
Got your body dripping wetter than the 7 seas. Hit it so good, I'ma make me. Hit it so good, I'ma make sure you remember me. Hit it so good, I'ma make sure you remember me.
Okay, so I took it way off just to give you an idea. Let's see. Let's see if it still locks in place.
Hit it so good, I'ma make sure you remember me.
No, not this one. So bring that down.
Hit it so good, I'ma make sure. Hit it so good, I'ma make sure you hit it so good, I'ma make sure you remember me. Hit it so good, I'ma make sure you remember me. Work that 9 to 5. Hit it so good, I'ma make sure you remember me.
Cool. That's cool.
Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3.
Okay.
Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3.
And what you could do too,
Work that 9 to 5. Work that 9 to
on certain notes, this is a pretty cool trick here, but on certain notes, see how that's right in place where it should be? But it still sounds flat. Listen to that word.
Work that 9 to
the word 9.
Work that 9 to 5, then I get.
So what I'll do is I'll go to the modulation tool right here, click drop down, and tighten that up a little bit. Not like a line like that, but if the line sounds good, that's cool. But I like to just go a little more subtle like that.
Work that 9 to 5, then work that 9 to 5. Work that 9. Work that 9 to.
And you could also, if it sounds a little flat, you could just bring it up a little bit. And I want to mention too, you want to make sure you go to pitch grid and have no snap. You do not want snap on. I think I've talked about this in a previous tutorial, but do not have snap on because it'll still snap when you're doing this trick with a double click. So that even with no snap on. What snap means is that when you move stuff around, it's going to snap, but you want to be able to have that free reign of doing it like this.
Work that 9 to 5, then work that 9 to 5. Work that 9 to 5, then I work that 9 to 5, then.
Because sometimes when you look at things, like you see how like that starts down here and comes up and comes down, that makes this note kind of flat, even though the blob is centered. And that's where so many people get Melodyne wrong, and I think Melodyne, it's kind of, that's the downfall of Melodyne. I'll put it that way. Whereas in Autotune, graphic mode, if you were to highlight that note right there, because it's a different system, it's not blobs that you cut and move around. In Autotune Pro, you're highlighting over the line, and then it's straightening out that line. But see, this line like that, when you get a line like that, it's keeping the line like you know, not straight. So even if you put that blob right here, doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's gonna help.
Work that 9 to 5.
I mean, it helps, but you can definitely tell it's a little flat. So you can get your modulation tool.
Work that 9 to 5, then I work that 9 to 5. Work that 9 to 5.
You do that, or you can keep the curve and just kind of move it up if you want it.
Work that 9 to 5, then I get it. Work that 9 to 5, then I get. Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to. Work that 9 to 5, then I get it. Work that 9 to 5.
Same thing happens right here. See how it just kind of dives out? So you can get kind of surgical. Now, obviously, this is going against the YouTube title, fast. And I mean, Melodyne's never going to be 100% fast the whole time. It's just not set up that way. But with those couple tricks I just showed you with scanning it in and highlighting and double clicking to get them all to shift, you can get pretty close. But the rule of thumb is get good vocal takes. You know, if the vocals are really good non-pitch before you Melodyne, then it's probably going to go way quicker, you know? And these are good vocal takes, but this is like the style of vocal, you know, style matters too. The style of vocal is kind of like a lazy rap, kind of like chill thing to where it's a little unconventional, so you have to kind of get in there.
Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3. Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from. Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3. Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3. Work that.
Yeah, see that word 3? I had to straighten that out.
Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3. Never
Because before,
work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3. Never work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3.
it's a little flat. So.
Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3. Never lose control.
That is a good way to do it. You could, if somebody sang very well, I wouldn't do this if somebody didn't sing pretty well, but you can go to select all and then go to macros, correct pitch, and do that.
Work that 9 to 5, then I get it from 10 to 3. Never lose connection, girl, we got that chemistry. You know I can be the coding to your promethazine.
But don't be surprised if some things are off and you still have to tweak it. So that's just kind of the game of Melodyne. So it's an awesome tool, but it requires work, and I'll definitely admit to that. And I use Melodyne more than I use Autotune in graphic mode. A good bit more. There's a couple reasons why. Because one is Melodyne's better with different unique styles like this, like rap styles, to where it's like your voice is a little dirty, or like there's some just noises in it, like less clean than usual. Melodyne's way better at working with like gritty style vocals or different stylistic things. Autotune in graphic mode is really good when the vocal is just clean and straightforward, kind of like pop vocals and stuff, or like hip hop vocals that are just very clean, that type of thing. So depending on how clean the recordings are will kind of depend on which. When a lot of times I'm getting recordings that aren't the cleanest, and that even goes to recording too. So if you record at home and it's kind of like room sounds and things are just kind of dirty from the source, then Melodyne's usually better. But for good studio, clean recordings, Autotune and graphic can be great and quick. So, all right, guys, that is it for this one. I hope this was helpful. I actually just learned that Melodyne trick not that long ago. It was one day I just got frustrated and I'm like, man, why do I have to scan in real time every time I go to Melodyne? And I looked it up, and sure enough, there was a hack, a workaround, and it has been really increasing my workflow. So definitely something you should do. Check out the Vocal Mixing Masterclass. It is definitely something that can help you get to the next level in your path to being an audio engineer. I also have the free mini course. It's a Melodyne mini course where I do even some more stuff than I did today, and you can check that out for free. All I need is your email, and be sure to click like on this video, tell your friends, turn on notifications for new videos. They come out every single Monday. I'll see you guys next week.